Hello, welcome. So, pulled some cards. This is a collective reading. There's just so much going on, energy. There's lots of planetary movements that are happening. So, really releasing things that have kept you stuck and how all the investments you put in have gotten you really nowhere. So, there's lots of ending cycles, the world energy, new inspirations, new enthusiasm for things that you didn't even realize brought you so much joy. This is like letting loose. You're cutting loose of the old cycles and wands, fire, energy, movement, inspiration, adventure. I feel like you're exploring, really going out and exploring all that you have to offer. Like you're lighter on your feet, showing off so many talents. Just like then you're embodying who you were, I'd say, before, maybe 20 years ago. Maybe things got a little bit more complicated and really felt stuck in some kind of energy. Felt like that was just how it was, and now I feel you're kicking loose and, throwing this up in the air, kind of like you just don't care, and embarking on a time for you. If this is your time, and you realize that how much time has gone through, and now the world in your hands, creating this beginning. Aces are beginnings, and of whatever investments. So with the wands, this could be investing in your true heart's desires, your passion, what fires you up, what's burning, this burning fire in your soul, and you see the circle and the circle. So I really feel like that's the end. You've completed the circles, completed the cycles, and it's like almost like you're throwing up your flag, and it's kind of like celebrating. Leaving everything behind. Kind of, she's going forward and running forward, dancing, kicking up in jumping for the stars, jumping through hoops, and now, without looking back, you've already leaped into this new beginning. It's like a leap of faith, and you're throwing back what all these objects, all these things that burdened you. Like that's the last stick, like the 10 of wands is a heavy burden, and this throwing back the last wand, like that's enough. I've had enough. You've reached the top, and just kicking off all the old energy that has held you back. Now that you have reached the top of all these burdens and you're able to release them, it's becoming a new, fresh you with new inspirations, and you've already planted this new beginning. It's not here yet, but the roots are already forming. Something that you have put a lot of time and effort in. You see the hands are really dirty, and hardworking. The soil is rich and nutritious. So I feel like you've gotten your hands dirty, doing all the extra work you've had to put in, and now you're releasing this karma of maybe even investing too much into things that just burdened you, thinking it was the right thing, but the truth was it never got to the actual page. It always was the 9 and the 10, and then it would always start back over at the ace. But then I feel like with the 2, you had a choice. The 2 of Wands was a choice. And I think there was many times that you chose to go back into the cycles. As you can see, these lines it went round and around. It's been, it's been worn out. So now releasing, throwing the last burden out, and jumping blindly into, you're not going off a cliff, but into the universe's hands, Right? So what passions and desires are you planting for the future? What is it burning in yourself, your true desires? All right? So think about that over the new moon in Cancer on July 17th. Okay, all right, so we have these 3 cards here. So the Page of Pentacles. This is, I guess, slow-moving investment, putting a lot of time, being very slow. So it's like steady, something that from lessons learned, I feel like you've learned to go at things with a different approach. You not rushing to end up in disappointment. So this is taking your time and aligning, really planting your roots firm in the ground, having a practical plan. Don't want any more mistakes by being impulsive or trusting blindly. So I feel like this leap of faith with the Page of Wands, feeling that this leap, I feel like it's something that brings you a great enthusiasm, but you're still not rushing it because it's a page. It's still a beginning energy and another Page of Pentacles. So I feel like you're really balancing, not rushing one before the other. So planting the roots and making sure that you are thinking of, you are being practical and strategic, making sure that it's stable, being very responsible, time-oriented. It is more of a long, since the Pentacles are the slowest moving, it's the best investments, because you're putting time into it to reanalyze and really be delicate with the details. So investing in yourself. So you are growing from your mistakes. You're not being tangled in the web of others. It's like you're being strategic. You're being smart. You're being like a good businessman would be, like, like taking more time to really put thought into the investments, and not just like a gambler's, just on the impulse of just doing it to get it done. So with this way of thinking, I feel like you have this new way of whatever you are creating, whatever inspires you, whatever is bringing out this new adventure, this new creative dance with life. I want to say like this. I don't know if could be a person that is, because fire could be passion, but I feel like this is really investing in your passions and your self-worth. You're investing in the way you show up in life and for yourself. No longer just going with the flow and following your emotions. Not letting your emotions get in the way. So this is more of the investing in yourself. Like you're learning. It's a new way of learning, new way of constructing, building what you are wanting to go after. So whatever this investment is that's coming in for you, it is definitely ambitious, creative, something that will really you'll be able to celebrate, like a victory, something that's going to bring you accomplishments, things that, like your creative accomplishments, like something you've always wanted to do, something you've always been very talented at. This is like your talents, and you're investing in your own, investing in yourself, and believing in yourself, and now putting the time and the effort in, not when and sailing away, leaving Six of Swords. So yeah, you're sailing away from things that kept you in lack, that made you choose something else always over your own happiness, your own security. So this is investing in something that you had to leave behind, so that you could follow your own passions. This is connecting better with yourself, and in the way you look at love, the way you come up in love. I feel like the outcome is just a really balance of coming together and not overgiving to others, investing in other people's happiness, and they're investing, like you're always there to help everybody else out. But when it's time to show what you want to achieve in your life, I feel like it's now to focus on leaving behind the games and others that didn't believe in you. Or I feel like it's just this is a time to grow within yourself. Pages are the youngest, so it's like you are going back to before life got chaotic and you had to take care of everybody else's needs. So the page is here, we going back to learn something, study something for your own investments. yeah, I feel like it's time to pour your time and your time into investing in yourself, you know, because I feel like with this new moon in Cancer, it is walking away from situations where you're always wanting to give because it's just who you are, but then left on your own to struggle. So I feel like you always had to feel like now you're standing on your 2 feet, you know, you're learning to balance how much you give of yourself. And there's lots of, see with the Pentacles, it's like this investment is growing as you are feeding it. You are investing. Feel like you're not as feel like you're always giving to others, you know, always wanting to show, just because it's just the way it should be, but feel like you need to focus on yourself to release things that I think maybe it's avoiding. So it's like you're choosing to love yourself. You're choosing to connect with yourself and the dark and the light, accepting all of it. And if it's causes problems with love and relationships because you are having to not let go of people, but I feel like just not being able to invest as much into others, which is hard for you, you know, you want to help, and so it's kind of moving yourself into sailing away from the avoidance of what you know you are capable of but have been avoiding due to fear of failure. That's why these pages are coming up. It is still new and fresh, but that young fresh can have that doubt and that not as experienced. So but know that you are gifted. Know that your cups, your emotions, your love, they're always being filled. Don't forget, don't let yours, you're always filling other people's cups, but don't let yours run dry. You know that there has to be that, the dark and the light, the masculine, feminine. So there has to be actions with the emotions. There has to be a love for yourself, because if you didn't have self-love first and love yourself first, well, you would have no cup to give to somebody else. So then it would just be the two people giving to the one cup, which, you know, you need your own cup of love, and you create this. This is your cup that you want to share with somebody. But you have to love yourself first. Same with the other person. So it's this understanding to leave behind what is not allowing you to grow your own stability. All right, so duality, and that reminds me of the Libra and Aries nodes of fate. So they coming together through healing that power struggle in relationships, letting go and walking away from anything that takes away your peace. It disrupts. Somebody always trying to put your fire out, always, walking towards the sun. This is like a realization of your worth. So, this one is the Eight of Cups. You can see there's one fire burning in one. So, it's almost like that last bit of fire burning within you. I feel like that is what is sparking, like leaving behind the burdens, all those sinking cups, all those empty promises, or the drifting away. Just leaving behind what leaves you feeling empty and walking towards that fire that's still burning in you. It's just not for whatever was before. So you're stepping into walking towards the sunlight and allowing those old stale emotions to wash away as you're walking on fresh green grass, going towards blue sky. It's like clear, you're seeing clarity. It's clear, seeing new emotions, new inspirations. And the sun is guiding you. And it's causing a fresh energy to be inspired all over again. It's like a kid, a very, very free-spirited. All right. And I was missing a card. It's weird. Okay, the Page of Cups. Swords. Oh yes, okay, so this one went with this one, sorry. So bringing inspiration, enthusiasm, happiness and joy. What is your true north? Something that just really inspires you. It's bold and it's okay. So yeah, walking away into your happiness. And I feel like walking away from from love that never went anywhere, love that was like there was no nothing, there was nothing like in, there's nothing long-term feeling, you know. It's very never having the emotional conversations. So I feel like walking away from people that just don't offer enough, that won't commit, always joking around, can't take love seriously, won't take the relationship seriously, very in and out, very immature, wishy-washy, tell you what you want to hear, but you kind of like never really know what they're saying, if it's true or it's just to keep the peace. So I feel like it's not somebody that wants to commit. So you're walking away from the lack, you know, of not accepting just whatever, you know, like owning, knowing what your worth is and walking towards what really brings out this fire in you, and you're owning and you're bossing up, and you're not taking any more of this half love, you know. So you're really stepping into this leader, emperor, who has learned the lessons, will not be fooled anymore. Like, no mess around, you know, like. Sorry. All right, so yeah, so you're really owning this here. Like, you're not fooled anymore. You can't fool the emperor. The emperor knows what he wants, knows what can even be heard. Just standing your ground, not taking this page anymore. These offers that are laughable almost to you. So now that you're investing in yourself and creating something for yourself, you know, knowing your worth, releasing what doesn't align. So knowing your worth and having these boundaries, not almost like you're hiring your standards, which is making you look more desirable. All right, the Hermit, number 9, Virgo, healing, going within, really doing the work to look at what hasn't worked and reconnecting with yourself, realigning with slowing down in life and examining what hasn't worked and what you really want. Like going to a place of being real with yourself. It's very spiritual. Knowing that there's something in you that needs to heal and not blaming others for it. So releasing what doesn't align with you, taking the steps forward and just awakening yourself to your insight, your inner wisdom, that maybe there's something that needs to change in your patterns so that you're not getting these lack offers when you deserve so much more. So think not accepting certain things in your life anymore that are just not up to your best, like, not just accepting anything. Growing yourself will bring in a higher frequency, somebody that won't play games. Very curious energy. Four of Pentacles, investing, kind of holding on to what you have from the Four of Pentacles, from some kind of situation that left you thinking that it's only, you had to listen to, it's like you were guided in a direction that had lots of, like, you're being told how to live. This is how it is, and very dominating energy. And I think the Four of Pentacles is taking back your power of how you want to live, not allowing others to boss you around, and coming into your own self and aligning with this new energy and really studying how you want to live and making it happen. And it's really bringing out just this releasing of the burdens and living for yourself, not having people hold you back, that you are realizing you're the only one that will live for you and make the choices for you. So I feel like this is just you being cautious with your energy, cautious with who you trust, and not being so easily fooled by being taken for your kindness and then being left to, have not built on your own life. So you're leaving behind any kind of childish energy that just brings you to, whatever is not giving and receiving the same, like it's not a balanced energy. You know what you want, so that's what you're going after. Like no one's going to hold you back anymore. You're not stuck in this Emperor, Aries, leader, power trip, only doing things a certain way. And even though it's wise, sometimes it can be like overpowering energy, authority, so I feel like you're walking into your own Aquarius energy after all this Capricorn for the past 20 some years, since 2008, I believe. Pluto's been in Capricorn, so I feel like all this is being released and walking away because that authority energy was just holding you in a place of darkness and just never following through with anything. Like life was just going around in a circle of Groundhog Day, and every time you were thinking you're having love, it was actually like when pigs fly. So it was never happening. It was empty promises of love, but it never happened. Just like pigs will never fly, right? So it's kind of like these empty promises of love. So you're not accepting that anymore, and you are, going to a slower pace and beating to your own drum and you are just loving it. So be your own authority. You know, take charge of your own life. All right, one card. Battery is about to go out, so what's going on? One card. Oh, jeepers, it shot right out. So we have a new earth. Yep, that's what's happening. Pluto and Aquarius. It's happening. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Yeah, it's coming in. You're kind of dipping your feet into the waters to test it out right now. But it's shifting. It's shifting all around. Breathe the breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. So what you're breathing out, breathing in, you're also breathing out. So your thoughts. So you're, yeah, the new earth, like breathing in this new earth. So holding the vision, there is so much going around. I feel like the micromanaging is what is going on behind the scenes. We don't see all this, what's going on in the bigger picture. We're so focused. So align yourself. I feel like this is a new, fresh energy. Yeah. So, yeah, I feel like this is, yeah, you released all this, and you are owning your own emperor. This is wise. It's kind of like you're holding the vision. You're holding this as the light activation's coming in. So you're holding a chess piece. Oh my gosh. It's like he's almost sitting on the world. Wow. The Emperor is fire. So it's like you are, the world is coming in. Okay, this is what's going on in spiritual. And I feel like you don't even realize all this passion that you're putting in, all these new adventure enthusiasm, all these circles. I feel like just creating new life, playing a different game. It's not a game, you're playing, you're being strategic. Strategic in how you place your next piece. And you're playing for your own game now. You're not playing under others' rules. All right, that's it, collective. So you're definitely released from the old energy where you felt like sometimes you were lost, hitting rock bottom, you know. And then the Hermit comes in, shows you, speaks to you with the inner voice. As you listen, you realize you are so much more. All right? So don't let the world always put you into the dark. You need to walk away from, walk into the light, carving new footprints, and letting your light shine for others. Right? Bye, guys.